Bridges are meant to hold us up, but sometimes they fall spectacularly. From swaying suspension spans to sudden concrete failures, these 6 disasters shook the world and changed engineering forever. Dare to watch as history's most shocking bridge collapses unfold before your eyes. A dashcam captured the moment a bridge collapsed in Vietnam, sending a truck into the river below. 10 cars and trucks, along with 2 motorbikes, were reported to have fallen into the river. 3 people were pulled out of the river, with several others reported to be missing. The bridge collapsed in Phu Tho province, west of Hanoi, after heavy rains in the wake of Typhoon Yagi. Typhoon Yagi made landfall in Vietnam on Saturday and has caused dozens of deaths around the country. Shocking footage shows the moment a 164-foot bridge collapsed at a construction site in South Korea, killing at least 4 people. Workers in Ansong, about 45 miles from Seoul, were building a highway bridge over the road when it crumbled. The 564-foot supports had been put in place by a crane, and the deck of the road was being put in place before the bridge collapsed. 6 people were injured, with 5 of those said to be in a critical condition. Officials later revealed that the group of 10 workers were thrown off either side of the bridge as it fell. The bridge was being built to connect the Seoul-Sejong Expressway. A major search and rescue operation was launched after the disaster, with rescue crews and dogs spotted searching the debris. Hyundai Engineering, the head contractor of the site, has apologized for the tragedy and is said to be working with officials. They are also working to identify what caused the shocking collapse. In the rugged highlands of Sichuan province, where mountains rise like ancient sentinels over deep storm-scarred valleys, modern engineering once dared to defy gravity. The Hongqi Bridge, a 758-meter, 2-lane highway span on National Highway G317, opened in early 2025. Its piers soared 172 meters above the canyon floor, carrying hopes of connection between China's heartland and the Tibetan Plateau. But on November 10th, only a day before catastrophe, authorities noticed warning signs. Cracks appeared on the slopes, on the access road, even in the terrain around the bridge's western approach. Officials shut down traffic immediately. The warning was clear. This bridge stood on shifting ground. Just hours later, on the afternoon of November 11th, 2025, the mountain spoke. A landslide triggered by destabilized slopes ripped through the canyon. The western approach and roadbed of the Hongqi Bridge gave way. Steel, concrete, and river mist collided in a massive plume of dust. In seconds, a symbol of progress became a monument to risk. Thanks to the precaution, the bridge had been closed. No lives were lost. But the collapse exposed a deeper truth. In a world where mountains move, concrete pays the price. Infrastructural ambition met geological reality, and nature showed who really builds the roads here. This is not just a bridge fall, it's a warning. In some places, the ground remembers. Imagine driving across a bridge that moves like an ocean wave beneath your wheels. August 1st, 1940, Washington State unveils its brand new Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Sleek, modern, and instantly a problem. Crosswinds triggered a wobble so intense, locals gave her a nickname, Galloping Gertie, the world's wobbliest bridge. Engineers thought the motion was annoying, but harmless. They didn't know they were watching a slow-motion disaster. Then, on a windy November morning, the shaking turned violent. The bridge twisted 45 degrees. Steel groaned. Concrete cracked.
And at 11:02 a.m., the suspension cables snapped. One of America's longest bridges tore itself apart and fell into Puget Sound.
The cause? Aeroelastic flutter, the same force that brings down aircraft. A bridge literally danced itself to death.
The Tacoma Narrows collapse, a reminder that even giants can fall if the wind decides to play.
Days of relentless rainfall hammered the region. Floodwaters surged. The structure groaned under forces it was never designed to face. Beneath the deck, years of corrosion were silently spreading. Steel weakened, bolts loosened, a disaster waiting for the right moment. Then, without warning, witnesses heard a deep metallic crack. The arch buckled, the deck sagged, and in seconds, the entire span folded in on itself and plunged into the river. A catastrophic chain reaction caused by pressure, corrosion, and time finally running out. The collapse sparked a nationwide reckoning. Hundreds of older steel bridges were inspected, repaired, or demolished. The 1998 Taiwan Bridge collapse, proof that even the strongest steel can fail. Quietly, invisibly, until the moment it doesn't. Genoa, Italy, a city built between mountains and sea, connected by one of Europe's most ambitious structures, the Ponte Morandi.
Completed in 1967, it was hailed as a masterpiece, a futuristic concrete cable-stayed bridge suspended over highways, rail lines, and entire neighborhoods. But half a century later, the bridge was aging. Cracks formed, moisture seeped in, and the steel cables hidden inside the concrete were slowly corroding, beyond what anyone could see.
August 14th, 2018. A violent Mediterranean storm slammed Genoa. Rain hammered the roadway. Visibility dropped to nothing. Drivers pushed on, unaware they were seconds away from disaster. At 11:36 a.m., something deep inside the structure failed. A cable gave way. The deck shifted. And then, a 210-meter section of the Ponte Morandi snapped free and dropped 45 meters into the valley below. Vehicles vanished in an instant. Truck trailers shattered on impact. Entire families caught in the collapse had no time to react. Rescue teams fought through the storm, searching for survivors among twisted steel and pulverized concrete. Investigators later found severe corrosion in the stay cables, hidden, progressive, and far worse than anyone expected. A structural time bomb silently counting down. In the years that followed, Italy rebuilt. A new bridge, the Ponte San Giorgio, rose from the ruins, designed with modern materials, rigorous inspections, and a promise that such a tragedy would never happen again. The Ponte Morandi collapse, a reminder that great engineering stands on a knife's edge, and when trust in a structure breaks, the consequences fall on everyone beneath it. Bridges may fall, but the lessons remain. Engineering, nature, and human error collide, leaving a mark we can't forget, because the next disaster could be just around the corner.